We're looking left, rolling left, making a man miss, and throw that off of no platform into a crazy small window where only Shakir can make the play. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Bobby Valentine Sports Show. I'm your host, Frank Rampin, and the divisional round of the NFL playoffs has come to an end, and let's do the weekly recap on the divisional round of the playoffs. Jump right into it. So, the divisional round was much better from a game, just a competitive standpoint, than the wild card round. The wild card round, 5 of the 6 games in Super Wild Card Weekend were multiple score finals, so only one game really came down to the wild, was that one score game in Detroit between the Lions and the Rams. This week, 3 of the 4 games were one score games, so much more closer competitive games this week. And the divisional round. So first game on Saturday at 4:30 on ABC and ESPN was between the Baltimore Ravens and the Houston Texans. And like I said, I don't know why, I just had a random feeling all week last week the Texans were going to pull it out. And for 30 minutes, it looked like maybe that was possible as they went into halftime 10-10. Steven Sims, I believe, had a punt return touchdown in the first half. It was the only score of the game. Eventually, from our only touchdown of the game for the Texans. Eventual score 34-10. Lamar and the Ravens came out and scored 3 touchdowns on 3 consecutive drives to come out in the second half and never looked back from there. 34-10 final. Ravens move on to the AFC Championship game. Saturday night, we had a great game between the San Francisco 49ers and the Green Bay Packers. The 49ers outlasting the Packers 24-21. That's going to be our game of the week this week. Unbelievable game that was. Lions beat the Bucks 31-23. Lions kind of had a grip on that game until the very end, where Baker and the Bucks kind of made a last-second push, but interception at the end clinches it for the Lions. And the Chiefs beat the Bills 27-24 on Sunday night in the third playoff. The third time they played in the playoffs between Mahomes and Josh Allen. Mahomes comes on top yet again. Josh Allen and the Bills still unable to beat the Chiefs. They lose by 3 in another unbelievable instant classic game between those two quarterbacks who are going to be dueling in the AFC playoffs for a year to come. So now we got the finals out of the way. Play of the week for the divisional round. This was a wild play. So late in the third quarter here, in that game between the Bills and the Chiefs, the Bills were actually leading at halftime. I believe it was 17-13. The Bills were up 17-13, but the Chiefs came out at the end of the for beginning of the second half, went right down the field and scored a touchdown with Travis Kelce, his second of the day, to make it 20-17. So 20-17 here late in the third quarter. 3rd and goal here for Josh Allen and the Bills from the 13-yard line. 13, not a good number for Bills if they know that. Josh Allen, pressure coming, rolls to his left, makes a ridiculous off-balance throw to Khalil Shakir, who gets the feet down, inbounds, touchdown Buffalo. Unbelievable throw and catch here from Josh Allen and Khalil Shakir. Don't have a replay on this one, but I got another one for you. Look at this. That was actually the first touchdown of the entire season that L'Jarius Sneed gave up. Unbelievable, coming in the divisional round of the playoffs. But let's look at this again. Look at this angle posted by the Buffalo Bills media team. So Josh Allen, we're looking left, rolling left, making a man miss, and throw that off of no platform into a crazy small window where only Shakir can make the play. He drags the toes, makes an unbelievable catch, and what a highlight reel play from the Bills to take the lead back 24-20. We know that the Chiefs ended up scoring again. 27-24 was the final. Chiefs win on top. Unfortunate for the Bills. They got unable to beat the Chiefs for the 3rd time in the playoffs, but that was just an unreal connection. 2nd week in a row where a Josh Allen to Khalil Shakir connection is our play of the week. Last week it was in the divisional round. I had 2 plays of the week last week, or the wild card round, excuse me. I had 2 plays of the week last week. One of them was that Josh Allen 52-yarder touchdown against the Steelers. The other one was that wild play by Khalil Shakir to keep his balance and then score. So 2 weeks in a row, Josh Allen to Khalil Shakir, play of the week. Unbelievable effort from them. Great game by Josh Allen. He balled out, played his ass off again. Every time he plays against that Chiefs team, it's a great game. He goes nuts, but they fall short yet again, sending the Chiefs to the AFC Championship game. So, like I said in the preview, we're moving on to our game of the week now. This game comes from Santa Clara between the San Francisco 49ers and the Green Bay Packers. This game had instant classic written on it the whole game. Obviously, that Bills and Mahomes game had a lot. I mean, it was tough for me to not pick that game, too. A lot of crazy things happened in that fourth quarter. I'll get into it. Let the Mecole Hardman fumble through the end zone. Josh Allen and the Bills coming up short. The missed field goal by Tyler Bass, all that. But there was a point in this third quarter where this game went bam, 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 really crazy out of nowhere. So I think I just had to pick this one as the game of the week. This was just a nuts game. 10th meeting all time between the Packers and the 49ers, the most in the history of the NFL. And so the Packers win the toss, and for the second straight week, they're going to take the ball and try to put the pressure on the opposing team as the underdog. The 7 seed going into the 1 seed, they move the ball into 49er territory, pitch it out to Aaron Jones. He makes a couple men miss. First down, Packers inside the 30-yard line. A couple plays later, 3rd and 6, Jordan Love looking left, lofting one deep down the left sideline for Romeo Doubs. There's going to be pass interference there, setting up the Packers inside the 10-yard line, 1st and goal. As you see that Doubs had a step on the defender here, grabs him along the waist, disrupts the route, flag every day. 3rd and 8 now from the 11-yard line. Jordan Love throws to the end zone and is broken up. Charvarius Ward with a nice play there to break it up from Romeo Doubs. So Green Bay has to settle for 3, and Anders Carlson, who I said last week, led the league in missed extra points in the season, takes one from about extra point distance, 29 yards away. He nails this one. So 3-0, Green Bay. Not as great of a start that they got last week, but they get the ball first, go down the field, and get points. So huge there for the Packers to get some points on the first drive of the game, even though they wanted 7. So Brock Purdy and the 49ers need to answer. 3rd and 9 on their first drive of the game. Brock Purdy surveying the field. Pressure coming. He tries to escape and extend the play, but he is sacked. Preston Smith is there. Sacked. First sack of the game. Huge play for this Packers defense, getting the ball back for the offense. Niners come up empty on their first possession. 3rd and 6 here for Jordan Love and the Packers. Love takes the snap, surveys the field, lost one down the right sideline. Romeo Doubs is wide open. Charvarius Ward, the defender, slipped on the play. Huge play on 3rd and 6 for the Packers to get things going into 49er territory. 2nd and 11 here. Jordan Love dips one into the flat. A huge play by Emmanuel Wilson. Kind of came out of nowhere there. Next play, Aaron Jones gets the toss. He moves up for a 9-yard gain, stumbling down. And that'll be the last play of the first quarter. So 3rd and 1 here for the Packers. Hand off to Aaron Jones, trying to pick it up, but he is stuffed. They're going to be just short of this first down. So it's going to be 4th and 1 here. And the Pack, they're going to go for it. They're going to line up to do like a tush push, whatever type of QB sneak they're going to try to do. Jordan Love takes a snap, burrows forward, but he doesn't get there. It doesn't look like he gets there. The spot is going to determine it. Very, very close. The spot has him just a half-yard short. Turnover on downs. So first 2 possessions of the game, the Packers get all the way inside the red zone of the 49ers. First time they have to settle for 3. Second time they go for it on 4th and 1 inside the 10-yard line, or just outside the 10, gets stuffed, giving the ball back to the 49ers. 2 trips inside the red zone, only 3 points to show for it so far. Niners get the ball back. And after they got this drive started with a little toss play out to the flat to Kittle, Brock Purdy on 2nd and 10. McCaffrey comes in motion. Purdy takes the snap. Surveying the field. Pressure comes, hit as he throws over the middle to Juwan Jennings. Great throw by Purdy as the pressure was all over him, in his face. Tight window throw from Brock Purdy. Huge play. Next play, 1st and 10. Purdy looking for Brandon Ayuk. Makes his first catch of the day. That's good for a first down. And on the next sequence, Niners get down to a 3rd and 5 here. Purdy takes the snap. Pressure coming from the left side. He rolls out to his right and lofts one deep down the field. George Kittle is there. Touchdown, 49ers. They go on top 7-3. So a huge drive after the Packers get stopped on a 4th and 1. Purdy and the Niners go all the way down the field, throwing a touchdown pass to George Kittle. First touchdown of this ball game. And as you see here, George Kittle beating the defender Darnell Savage there. Touchdown 49ers. Darnell Savage had a huge dropped interception early on this first drive as Purdy came out in this game with a glove on his finger because it was raining hard in Santa Clara. Not a typical place that you see rain in this part of the country, but it was pouring during the beginning of this game. Purdy had a glove on, almost threw a pick, took it off. He had a lot of trouble with the weather at this point. Love looked like he seemed to handle it better. So Pack get the ball back after that touchdown drive by Kittle, down 7-3. First play of this drive, play action pass here. Jordan Love's going to fire one wide open is Jordan Reed. Huge play for the Packers, already getting things going. 8.5 minutes left to go in this first half. Next sequence, 3rd and 7 here for the Pack. Love surveying the field, rolling to his left, making one of those crazy Josh Allen-like throws. That looked like our play of the week, but to Romeo Doubs. Unbelievable throw on the run across his body. Jordan Love to Romeo Doubs. 3rd and goal here. Love surveying, rolling right, backpedaling, throws one off his back foot, but out of the back of the end zone, unable to come with it. Again, Packers inside the red zone have to settle for 3. Anders Carlson again from 29 yards makes it again. This time the snap and the exchange was a little bit tough. The holder, good job from him to pick it off the ground, get it down for Carlson to nail it. But 3 drives for the Packers so far in this game, all 3 of them heading into the red zone, 6 points to show for it. Field goal on their first drive, turnover on downs on the second one, and then another field goal. So these could possibly come to haunt these Green Bay Packers, and if you know what happened in this game, they did. So Niners get the ball back after a really huge defense, 7-6 ball game. So 49ers move the ball all the way into Packer territory, but the defense tightens up there. 48-yard field goal attempt by Jake Moody with 10 seconds left to go in the half, and it is blocked. The Packers are able to block this field goal, keeping this game at 7-6, and that's the way that we will head into halftime with a 7-6 1-point advantage for the San Francisco 49ers in a rain-soaked Santa Clara, as the Packers really should be leading in this ball game, down 7-6, unable to capitalize on their 3 drives, all of them going into the red zone. So 49ers get the ball first, start the second half, as the Packers elect to receive the opening kickoff, and the Packers defense forces a huge 3-and-out, getting the ball back down by 1. So Packers get the ball back, and after Jordan Love converts on a 3rd-and-1, did another little QB sneak there, he threw one deep down the left side to Bo Melton, a little-known receiver for the Packers. He draws a huge pass interference penalty. That was on another 3rd down. So it was a 3rd and 6 for the Packers. Love trying to go for a huge home run shot, pass interference on the 49ers, 45-yard penalty all the way inside the red zone. 1st down and 10 at the 19-yard line for Jordan Love and the Packers. Pump fakes on the screen, deep down the right sideline to Bo Melton again. He makes the toe tap catch, secures it for the touchdown. So Bo Melton makes 2 huge plays in a row. First one to draw a huge 45-yard pass interference. Next play, he catches the touchdown. This time, you see he controls it, a little bit of bobble. Finally secures it, left foot, right foot, touchdown Packers. They go on top 13-7. As you see this again, Jordan Love looking into the flat, another 49ers defender falling down on the wet surface of Santa Clara on this field. So for 13-7, Packers on top. So 3rd and 6 here for the 49ers on the next drive. Purdy looking for Kittle. He's got him, makes a man miss at the 45-yard line, and he's into Packer territory, bouncing his way off of tacklers. Huge play for the Niners to get this drive going. 8.5 minutes left to go in this 3rd quarter. 1st and 10 now for the 49ers inside the 40-yard line of the Packers. McCaffrey makes a man miss in the hole, and there he goes, off to the races. No one is going to catch Christian McCaffrey. Puts the 49ers right back on top, 14-7. So after that huge drive, Bo Melton really doing all the heavy lifting for the Packers. Touchdown for them. McCaffrey and the 49ers come right back, and look at this. Great blocking right there. Huge hole. Darnell Savage, the only person that's got a chance in the hole. McCaffrey makes a miss like he does, and he's off to the races. Touchdown 49ers, 14-13 lead for them. So, huge little swing right there, back and forth right away. So the ensuing kickoff for the 49ers, Keyshawn Nixon, the return man for the Packers, all pro, makes the catch at the goal line, runs to his right, then cuts back left, and he's got a lane. He's got one man in missing to the kicker, and he gets by him. Huge play from the Packers here. He cuts back, Nixon, but he fumbles, puts the ball on the ground. Oh my God, a huge scrum for it. Who's got it? The Packers fall back on the ball. An unbelievable play. Eric Wilson trailing the play. Huge hustle play from him. Ball pops out of Keyshawn Nixon's hands after the 70-yard return. Eric Wilson saves the day for the Packers, diving on the ball as there was 4 49ers around him. He dives on it, running full speed to make the recovery. Huge play right after the McCaffrey touchdown. 65-yard, 70-yard return for the all-pro Keyshawn Nixon, and then an unbelievable recovery after Nixon puts it on the ground. Eric Wilson saves the day for Green Bay. Unreal sequence of events that was. So, Packers, yet again, just outside the red zone here. 2nd and 10. Jordan Love looking to the 5-yard line. Romeo Doubs has it. First down and goal, Packers, down to the 5. After a couple penalties, they showed the same play twice. When I was editing this video, I was like, wait a minute, what's going on here? This is why I just got so screwed. They played the same throw and catch to Romeo Doubs twice. So they just showed it again, and I don't know what it was. So first and goal from the 5 after a big connection on 2nd and 10 from Jordan Love to Romeo Doubs. 2nd and goal here. Love looking right, throwing out into the flat to Kraft. Touchdown, Packers. Great throw there from Jordan Love, getting enough on it to get through the defender. A little pick play here from the Packers, but it was within 1 yard at the line of scrimmage. Great play from them. Tucker Kraft scores the touchdown, putting the Packers back on top. And to make it a 7-point ball game, the Packers are going to go for 2 as another angle at this great throw from Jordan Love. Very great accuracy. 2-point attempt. Run a very similar concept play here as Jordan Love throws one down into the flat again. This time it's Aaron Jones coming down with it, making it a 7-point game. So 21-14 here now. Packers on top by 7 points late here in this third quarter. So 49ers get the ball back. Purdy and the offense need to get something going as now they are down 7 points as this game just went back and forth. Huge plays both sides. Purdy, 3rd and 5, throwing right, too tall for Juwan Jennings, and it's almost intercepted by Keyshawn Nixon. So Keyshawn Nixon just had the unbelievable kick return where he fumbled though, almost ruined the day for the Packers. Eric Wilson saved it, makes a huge play, almost caught a pick here. Bad throw by Brock Purdy. Packers get the ball back. Late in the third quarter, up by 7. So after Christian Watson finally gets involved in this ball game, he caught a little screen pass for a first down. Next sequence, 3rd and 11 here, just on the other side of the 50 for the Jordan Love and the Packers. Looking for Tucker Kraft over the middle, tipped up into the air, and it's intercepted by Dre Greenlaw. Huge play here for this 49ers team, down by 7. Dre Greenlaw comes up with the interception. Huge play to get the offense the ball at the 50-yard line. Jordan Love, bad throw behind Tucker Kraft, tipped up into the air, picked off. So first mistake of really the last 5 weeks for Jordan Love, intercepted by Greenlaw. Niners in business on the other side of the 50, inside of Packers territory already. So 3rd and 9 here for the 49ers. Purdy surveying, finding Brandon Ayuk, low throw, great shoe top catch by Brandon Ayuk as that ball was really low. Great catch from him, picking up the first down on 3rd and 9. Another 3rd down here, 3rd and 10. Huge play from Brock Purdy, trailing by 7, final 30 seconds of the third quarter. Purdy trying to escape the pressure, but he is unable to, getting about 1 yard there, but the pressure got to him. This is going to force another Jake Moody field goal attempt, this time from 52 yards away. First play of the fourth quarter, Jake Moody from 52. Kick is up, and it is good. Just barely through there. Rainy day, not the easiest day to kick in San Francisco or Santa Clara. Huge kick from him. First play of the fourth quarter is a made field goal from Jake Moody from 52 yards away. 21-17 ball game, 4-point game. Packers still have the lead. So, Packers have the lead here. 13 and a half minutes left to go. After the made field goal, the Packers get the ball back. They start driving down almost up to midfield. 3rd and 2. Big play here from the Packers. Jordan Love in an empty set. Takes the snap. Pressure coming. He rolls right. Back up. Throws to Aaron Jones, but it's behind him. Almost intercepted by Diamanor Lenore. Packers are forced to punt, giving the ball back to the 49ers with a 4-point advantage early in this fourth quarter. So 49ers with a chance to go ahead here, down by 4. 2nd and 6 here. Purdy hands to McCaffrey. He's got the first down. Huge run from him. He had a great day like he always does. Had that huge run already for a touchdown. Picks up a first down here. Big play here, 3rd and 10. Purdy takes the snap, surveys the field. Pressure coming. Hit as he throws over the middle, lofted. Great throw, caught by Juwan Jennings. Unbelievable layered throw there, just over the outstretched arms of the linebacker. Brock Purdy making a great throw under pressure, picking up a first down on 3rd and 10. Another 3rd and 10 here. Purdy, as the play clock rolls down, takes the snap, throws one left, and it is incomplete. Ray McCloud is unable to come down with it, and that was actually the play where the one went viral online, where Brock Purdy dropped back in the pocket, put the ball actually out of his right hand, put it in his left, wiped his right hand on his pants because his hands were so wet, and then threw that ball incompletion to Ray McCloud. 4th down and 10 coming up. 49ers are forced to punt. So the Packers get the ball back here with under 9 minutes to play, up by 4 points. First play of the drive, 21-17 ball game, 4-point cushion, 8:37 to go. First play for the Packers. Toss to the left to Aaron Jones, and he's got a big hole. He cuts it back to the right, and he is off to the races. Unbelievable first play of this drive. 55-yard rush by Aaron Jones all the way inside the 40 to about the 35-yard line of the San Francisco 49ers. Unbelievable way for this drive to start. Emmanuel Wilson gets the handoff here. He works the right side and hurdles a man for the first down. Packers in business inside of 49er territory inside of the 25-yard line. Under 7 minutes to play. 3rd and 9. Love trying to extend the play. Pressure in his face, throws off his back foot, and is incomplete. So with 6:21, the Niners force a field goal attempt 41 yards from Anders Carlson. His kick is up, and it is wide left. Like I mentioned earlier, he had the most missed kicks in the NFL this year, not just extra points, missed kicks in general, and it comes back to haunt him. He pulls one to the left, giving the 49ers a chance here. 6:18 to go in the ball game with a chance. Purdy throws left. Jawan Jennings makes the play down to the 40-yard line. 3rd and 5 here. Huge play for the 49ers. Purdy over the middle. Diving catch by Brandon Ayuk. What a throw and catch there. That was huge, huge, huge play conversion for the 49ers to keep this drive alive. 1st and 10 now. Purdy throwing right to Chris Conley. I don't even remember the last time I saw Chris Conley, the former Kansas City Chief, Jacksonville Jaguar. Only his 3rd catch of the entire season, coming up big when it matters the most. Purdy, next play, finds George Kittle for a short gain, almost for the first down. Under 3 minutes left to go here. Purdy in the offense, working it down into Packers territory. 2nd and 10 from the 15. Under 2 minutes left to go in this ball game. Purdy surveying, pressure coming. He's got to roll out. He rolls left. He's going to take off with it. Huge scramble by Brock Purdy. Dives forward for a 9-yard pickup. 3rd down and 1 here. Minute 10 left to go in this ball game. What are you going to do? Of course, hand this to Christian McCaffrey. He makes a man miss in the hole. Another touchdown for him. 2nd of the game, putting the Niners up 24-21 with a minute and 7 left to go in this ball game. So Jordan Love, this is your time. Down by 3, a minute left to go. And here's the play yet again. Christian McCaffrey, gaping hole from this offensive line. Unbelievably blocked. One man's got a chance, and when it's one-on-one, McCaffrey's going to win it every single time. 2nd touchdown of the day, over 100 yards from scrimmage. I mean, that's just Christian McCaffrey things. Not a chance. Get off me, little boy. Touchdown, 49ers. And Brock Purdy thanking the heavens. So here we go. A minute and 7 left to go. 21-24. 3-point ball game. Jordan Love, first play of the drive, throws left to Romeo Doubs. Makes the catch for a 9-yard gain. So good way to start this drive. But all three timeouts for the Packers. The rain is really, really starting to come down now. So after the Packers convert on that second one, next sequence, 1st and 10 here. Love takes a snap, pressure coming, rolling to his right, and throws back across the middle. Intercepted again by Dre Greenlaw, his 2nd of the day. 2nd time picking off Jordan Love, and for some reason, he's running around in circles trying to get a pick 6. Just get down, dude. Game's over. Pouring rain. You could fumble this ball. Just get down. Game over. 49ers clinch it. Dre Greenlaw had an unbelievable day. 2 picks, and early in this ball game, remember when Jordan Love got stopped on a 4th and 1? He was the man with the hit. So, offense gets the ball back. All they got to do is take a couple knees, and the San Francisco 49ers win this game 24-21, head to the NFC Championship game for the 4th time in the last 5 seasons and the 3rd consecutive season. But what a heartbreaking loss for the Green Bay Packers and Jordan Love, as they really had every chance in the world to win that game. They started off real hot, got all the way down inside the red zone, forced to kick a field goal, got a really quick stop, went all the way back inside the red zone again, got stopped on 4th and 1 by Dre Greenlaw. After that, Kittle scored a touchdown. They went down 7-3. They went all the way back inside the red zone, forced to kick another field goal, so it was 7-6. They really should have been leading early in this game. Did eventually go up by 4 points, had a chance to make it 7. Anders Carlson, with the NFL's leader in missed kicks this year, adds to that tally at the worst possible time. Brock Purdy and the 49ers go back down, finishing it off with a Christian McCaffrey touchdown to break the hearts of the Green Bay Packers. I would be very, very upset if I was a Packers fan on that one, but bright future still to come. Jordan Love in his rookie year, or not his rookie year, his first season as a starter. Unbelievable, but tough way for the season to end, as that was a brutal ending. But that was our game of the week. What a finish that was in Santa Clara, as the 49ers hold on and advance. Now we'll go to the divisional round recap here. And we'll start it off at the top with the first team that played. The Baltimore Ravens. First game of the week on Saturday, they beat the Houston Texans 34-10. The Ravens moved to the AFC Championship and will host the AFC Championship for the first time in franchise history. So, since 1996, it has never been hosted in Baltimore, Maryland, and it will be this next weekend. It was Lamar Jackson's first home playoff win. He was previously 0-2, and it was his third career 100-plus rushing game in the playoffs, most by any QB in NFL history. Lamar has 3, Colin Kaepernick has 2, Michael Vick and Donovan McNabb both have 1. So pretty elite company there. Lamar is on top. Lamar just became the 5th player with 2 passing touchdowns and 2 rushing touchdowns in a playoff game. Lamar just did it this Saturday. Cam Newton did it in the 2015 NFC Championship game when he was Super Cam. Colin Kaepernick, yet again on this list, 2012 Divisional Round. That was when they went to the Super Bowl. Jay Cutler did it in the 2010 Divisional Round for the Chicago Bears. And Otto Graham did it in both the 1954 and 1955 NFL Championship game for the Cleveland Browns. So, pretty elite company there. Lamar went 16 for 22 for 152 yards, 2 passing touchdowns, exactly 100 rushing yards, and 2 rushing touchdowns. And they're the fourth time leading a team in rushing yards in a playoff game, shared or outright for Lamar Jackson. And they're going to go play the Kansas City Chiefs at home. First time the AFC Championship game will be at home in Baltimore. And I mean, this game started off a little bit shaky for the Ravens. The Texans were blitzing the hell out of him. They were kind of giving Lamar some fits. It was 10-10 at halftime after a Steven Sims punt return touchdown to tie it up. But Lamar gave a half-game speech. It was talked about a lot, actually, in the past couple days. Lamar gave a halftime speech. They came out and scored back-to-back touchdowns, 3 straight drives to really put a nail in the coffin. They end up winning 34-10. The Houston Texans fall short after having a great season, and they are the only team in the NFL to not win a road playoff game. They're 0-5 in road playoff games. They're also 0-5 in the divisional round. They've never played in the AFC Championship game. So that continues after their 34-10 loss. They had 10 penalties in this game. Team playoff record. It looked like every single time they had any big play, any sort of play that C.J. Stroud made, it was called back by penalty. They were just shooting themselves in the foot constantly in this game. C.J. was pressured on 46% of his dropbacks in this game. They ran 0 plays inside the 25-yard line of the Ravens. So that's just not going to happen. The teams that have ran 0 plays inside the opponent's 25-yard line in a playoff game since 2010, obviously the Texans just did that on Saturday. The Rams did it back in that infamous Super Bowl against the New England Patriots, the 13-3 one. The Lions did it back in 2016 against the Seattle Seahawks in the wild card game. And the Chiefs did it back in 2010 against Baltimore in the wild card game. And all 4 of those teams lost those games. Kind of obvious. And like I said, Steven Sims had that big punt return touchdown for Houston to get them back in the game, tying it up at 10-10 in the second quarter. That was the first punt return touchdown in any playoff game by any team since 2012. So that's pretty crazy. About 11 years ago. First team to win a playoff game after winning 4 or less games in each of the last 3 seasons. So still a lot to look up for this Texans team, much like the Green Bay Packers team I was talking about before. C.J. Stroud had 4,108 yards, 3rd most passing yards by a rookie in NFL history. He had a 4.6 touchdown to interception ratio. That was the best in the NFL this year. And he had 9 wins this year, most by a rookie QB taken in the 1st or 2nd overall since 2012. And the D'Amico Ryans and C.J. Stroud became the 3rd combo of rookie head coach and QB to win a playoff game since 1950, joining Mark Sanchez and Rex Ryan, who went to the AFC Championship game back in 2009, and Joe Flacco and John Harbaugh back when they were rookies in 2008, who also went to that AFC Championship game and lost. But promising for the Houston Texans, as their season comes to an end after an unbelievable year, unexpected year. Saturday night, our game of the week between the San Francisco 49ers and the Green Bay Packers. The Niners take the game 24-21 to advance to the NFC Championship for the 4th time in the last 5 years, 3 in a row. Every quarterback who played this weekend in the divisional round was a first-round draft pick, except for Brock Purdy, and he was the last pick in the draft. Obviously, everyone knows that. And Purdy is the first QB to win a playoff game in each of his first 2 seasons since Brock Purdy. And he went 23 for 39 with 252 yards and a touchdown. Pretty impressive stuff from him, even though he battled the elements early. The 49ers entered this game 0-30 when trailing by 5 or more points entering the 4th quarter. That's the worst in the NFL since 2017. Now they're 1-3, or 1-30, excuse me, because they got that win last night. They have a 6-game home winning streak in the playoff. That's a franchise record. They won 7 straight divisional games. That's the 2nd longest since the 1970 merger. And in the history of the 49ers, the most games with 100 scrimmage yards and 2 touchdowns in a single season, Christian McCaffrey just tied the all-time record with 5. He just did it this year for his 5th time. Terrell Owens had 5 back in 2002 and 2001, and Jerry Rice had 4 in 1989. So McCaffrey and T.O. passing Jerry Rice. The 49ers allowed their first 100-plus rusher in the last 51 games. 51 games in a row without allowing a 100-yard rusher. Aaron Jones broke that with 107 yards this past week. 51 games, the longest active streak in the NFL. Unbelievable. And so they're going to play the brand new Lions, like they say on the Pat McAfee show, in the NFC Championship game. It's the 19th NFC Championship game for the San Francisco 49ers, the most in the NFL. It's going to be the third postseason meeting between the Detroit Lions and the San Francisco 49ers. They met the first time in the playoffs in the 1957 Divisional Round. The Lions won that game 31-27 and ended up winning the NFL Championship that year. And they also met in the 1983 NFC Divisional Playoffs with the 49ers winning 24-23. And the 49ers have not lost to the Lions at home since 1975. That's 13 straight wins. And obviously, the Detroit Lions are going to travel to Santa Clara to do that, so maybe they can erase that. But this game was crazy, too, because, sure, the Packers, they didn't capitalize. They were down 7-6. It was 7-6 at halftime. The 49ers were winning. But, the Packers really should have been winning this game. I thought that they were going to win, to be honest. And then the second half of this game, Jordan Love came out and started doing the same thing. He looked very poised in this game. He has been unbelievable. He made a bunch of great throws. The throw to Dre Greenlaw, the 2 picks to him were really uncharacteristic of him. The first one really was a bad spot, but the defense came up big for him, forcing a field goal. But the last one, just a really ill-advised throw. You got to throw that ball away. Got to live to fight another day, live to fight another down, But you can't be mad at him for that because he made so many plays over the last 15 weeks for this Packers team to get them here. So he played unbelievable, but the Packers really should have won this game. They should have been up earlier by more because they were in the red zone 3 times in a row. Their first 3 drives of the game only got 6 points out of it, 2 field goals and a turnover on downs. And then later in the game, they had a chance to go up by 7 when they were up by 4. Really, they had a chance to put the game out of reach. They had the ball with 8 minutes left, and they were up by 4. The first play of that drive was a 50-yard run by Aaron Jones. All they had to do was put that ball in the end zone. The game's basically over. They get stopped. Field goal is still a good spot. You're up by 7. Anders Carlson is unable to hit it. That leads to that McCaffrey touchdown, and they lose by 3. So if they make that field goal, they're still playing. That game goes to overtime at least. Probably. Because, I don't think Jordan Love makes that desperation throw if the game is tied, right? So, damn. Unfortunate for the Packers, but they fall short. And speaking of the Packers, they have a lot of stuff to be happy about too. They have been way better than people thought. They have 37 playoff wins. That's tied for the most in NFL history. That was before this game, and it stays there because they were able to win. Aaron Jones had 5 straight games with 100 or more rushing yards, including the postseason, longest streak in team history. It's their 5th straight playoff loss to the 49ers. And, man, they really should have won this game. Jordan Love went 21 for 34, 194 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. The 2 picks were killers, and the missed field goal late was killer, and the not unable to capitalize early in the red zone was really killer. They didn't capitalize in the red zone early. That hurt them late. The 2 picks from Jordan Love hurt them, and the missed field goal. Those 3 things just really, really killed the Packers, but what a season by them. Comes to an end against the 49ers. Moving to Sunday, the first game on Sunday was the Lions against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Lions won 31-23 and advanced to the NFC Championship for the first time since 1991, and the second one they've ever made ever. Second conference championship appearance in franchise history. Jared Goff went 30 for 43 with 287 yards and 2 touchdowns. It was his first postseason game ever with multiple touchdown passes. Jahmyr Gibbs had 74 rushing yards and a touchdown with also 40 receiving yards. Frank Ragnow, their unbelievable center, had 44 pass block snaps and only 1 pressure allowed. He's a second-team All-Pro. And Aiden Hutchinson has been an absolute wrecking ball for this team ever since he's been in the league. So, in his season, he's had 101 pressures on the season, most by a Lions player since 2006. He had 9.5 sacks last year. He had 11.5 this year. One of 5 active players with 9 or more sacks in each of their first 2 seasons. 21 sacks in his career. 4 picks. Only player in the history of the NFL to have 20 or more sacks and 4 picks in their first 2 seasons. So unbelievable company for Aiden Hutchinson. His own company in that last one, making his own club. 20 sacks. 20 or more sacks and 4 picks in their first 2 seasons. No one has ever done that. He has. 21 career sacks, 4 picks, 9.5 last year, 11.5 this year, and 101 pressures this year. Unbelievable. He has 8 sacks in his last 4 games. He has been unbelievable for this team, and they just look like they are a team of destiny at this moment. Amon-Ra St. Brown, he's the second Lions player with 15 receptions in their first 2 playoff games, joining Megatron, Calvin Johnson, who definitely did that with Matthew Stafford. The Lions are 10-1 when Amon-Ra scores a touchdown. In this game, he had 77 yards and a touchdown. The Lions are 23-13, including the playoffs since 2022. 23-13, 10 games over 500 for the last 2 years, including playoffs. After they started 3-13-1 in Dan Campbell's first season. So this man has put an absolute turnaround on this franchise, this team, and everything to do with this team. It's unbelievable. But they just played 2 home playoff games for the first time in the history of any postseason. They won them both. The atmosphere was unbelievable. Now they're going to have to go on the road to go play the 49ers. And they have lost 11 straight road playoff games. That's the longest streak in the NFL history. So, I mean, something's going to have to give here. They've never been to a Super Bowl. The last time they won a championship, it was just the NFL championship. So there wasn't a Super Bowl. The Super Bowl became a thing after the Lions were good. So they never even made it. So this could be the first time in the history of the Lions they make it to the Super Bowl. They will play the 49ers next Sunday. That's the night game. Really looking forward to it. It's going to be an unbelievable matchup between them. And the last game of the weekend was between the Buffalo Bills and the Kansas City Chiefs, with the Kansas City Chiefs taking the game 27-24. They scored on the opening drive, field goal. They scored an opening drive in 7 straight playoff games. That's the longest streak in the NFL since 2000. This is the Chiefs' 4th straight conference championship appearance, tied for the longest streak of all time. Tied for the second longest streak of all time, excuse me. This is the 13th career playoff win for Patrick Mahomes, most by any quarterback before turning 30 ever. Most playoff touchdowns by a quarterback-wide receiver combo. Mahomes and Kelsey have 16. That's number 1. They're 1 ahead of Brady and Gronk. They had 15, and Montana and Rice in 3rd with 12. So, most lethal touchdown combination between any quarterback-wide receiver duo ever in the postseason. Travis Kelsey and Patrick Mahomes. Most consecutive seasons reaching the conference championship game. Tom Brady, number 1, had 8 consecutive from 2011 to 2018. Second is now Patrick Mahomes right now. 6 consecutive, 2018 to 2023, and that's still active, so he can continue it next year and beyond. That broke a tie with Ken Stabler, the Snake. I have a jersey of him actually sitting in my closet right now. He had 5 consecutive AFC championship appearances from 1973 to 77. The glory days for the Raiders with John Madden. Wish I could have seen that. First road playoff win for the Chiefs since the 2015 AFC wildcard game, and that's really not because they lost any, it's just because they haven't played any. The most playoff wins in NFL history by any coach, Bill Belichick obviously has the most with 31. Second, Andy Reid, 24. And in third, Tom Landry with 20. So Andy Reid and Belichick ahead of Tom Landry. Belichick most ever with 31. Andy Reid, 24, ahead of Landry with 20. And most games with multiple passing touchdowns and a 70% completion percentage in an NFL playoff game. Patrick Mahomes, Tom Brady, Andrew Rees all tied for that lead with 6. So Mahomes could break that. He's going to have more games to go with. Obviously, Tom Brady and Brees retired. Travis Kelsey has 18 career postseason receiving touchdowns now. That's the second most of all time. And like I said, they're going to go to Baltimore to play the Ravens in the AFC Championship game. The Bills, they fell short. Tyler Bass missed a crucial game-tying field goal with just under 2 minutes to go. Looked like it got taken in the wind. Missed it wide right. The most nightmare words you could ever say to a Buffalo Bills fan. Heartbreaking loss yet again to the Chiefs. Tyler Bass misses the game-winning field goal with under 2 minutes to go. He was 9 for 9 on game-tying or game-winning field goals with under 2 minutes left to go in regulation or overtime before this kick. Obviously, he missed it to crush Bills fans' hearts. Josh Allen went 26 for 39 with 186 passing yards, 2 touchdowns in the air, 2 on the ground. He had 18 rushing touchdowns this season, including the playoffs. That ties Jalen Hurts from last season for the most ever in a single season by a quarterback. Josh Allen had an unbelievable last 2 months of this season. Most consecutive games with multiple touchdowns, including the playoff via the pass or the rush. Drew Brees has the most with 21. Josh Allen is tied with Aaron Rodgers in second place with 18. They're ahead of Steve Young, who sits in third at 17. Josh Allen has 21 career passing touchdowns in the playoffs. That ties Jim Kelly for the most in Bills history, which is really crazy to me because Jim Kelly, they went to 4 consecutive Super Bowls, right? They lost them all, right? But he played in four runs all the way to the Super Bowl. Josh Allen's never made the Super Bowl, and he already tied him. That's unbelievable. The Bills had 33 takeaways this season, including the postseason. That's the most in the NFL. And the Bills, they fall to 2-2 in their last 4 home playoff games. And from 1970 to 2021, before that, they were 12-1. So 2-2 in the last 4, 12-1 in the last 13 over the last 35 years, 40 years actually. Tough for the Bills. They lose to the Chiefs yet again, 27-24. So that sets up our championship weekend. Championship Sunday is determined. Championship week is upon us now. Sunday, the first game is the AFC Championship game as the Kansas City Chiefs travel to Baltimore to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Lamar Jackson probably going to be a second MVP, so both of these quarterbacks are going to be two-time MVPs heading off against each other. In this game, I'm really leaning that the Chiefs are going to win, but I'm taking the Ravens. I just always want to root against the Chiefs. I'm sorry. I'm a Raiders fan. They're my biggest rival. I think they're going to win. I don't know why, but I'm taking the Ravens because of the Super Bowl logo. Look at the Super Bowl logo. Ravens, 49ers. Like, that's the colors. It's been like that all year, and it's been like that the whole time. I'm taking the Ravens in this game. I think Lamar Jackson and that defense are going to be too much, but this is really a toss-up. I could see the Chiefs winning this game, and it scares me because I think they're going to low-key. But I just, in my head, right? My head says the Ravens are going to win. My heart and, like, my fears say that the Chiefs are. But I'm going to go with my head, and I'm going to say the Ravens. In a close one, defense needs to step up. So the NFC Championship game next Sunday night, 6:30, is going to be the Detroit Lions traveling to Santa Clara to take on the San Francisco 49ers. And I just said, like, the Super Bowl logo conspiracy with the colors. This will be the third year in a row because the first year it was Bengals-Ravens. Two AFC teams. Bengals-Rams. It was yellow and orange. Yellow and orange made the Super Bowl. Then it was Chiefs, Eagles, and it was red and green last year. And then this year, the Super Bowl logo is purple and red. Ravens, 49ers. But I just have a feeling that this brand new Lions is just a team of destiny. They just look like they're a force to be reckoned with right now. They have these rookie studs all over the place. They got Sam Laporta being an absolute dog, Jahmyr Gibbs being an absolute dog. They got Jared Goff playing the best football of his career. They got a defense who can step up when they need him to. And you know what? Screw it. Give me the damn Detroit Lions to go into Santa Clara and take down this 49ers team and to write off that narrative about these rigged Super Bowls with the script and all that bullshit, whatever. Give me the brand new Lions. Lions-Ravens Super Bowl. Give it to me. That's what I want to see. Championship weekend this Sunday. Hope you tune in. Those are my picks. This week I went 2 for 4. So far throughout the playoffs, I went 3 for 6 and then 2 for 4. Sitting at an exact 50% clip right now. Unfortunate, but I mean, that's okay. Not terrible. 3 for 6, 2 for 4. That's what? 5 for 10? That's mid. 3 games left in the NFL season. I got the Ravens. I got the Lions. See you next week after Championship Sunday. Enjoy your championship week. Watch some football. Watch some college basketball. A lot of that action going on. But we'll see you next week after the championship week, after Championship Sunday. If you want to follow us on all the good social media accounts, Twitter, Instagram, blah, 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 TikTok, all that stuff, at the Bobby Valentine Sports Show. We're also now on Spotify. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube, listen over on Spotify, all that good stuff. And if you have any questions about the Bobby Valentine Sports Academy, hit up the bvacademy.com. Anything you might need, birthday parties, lessons, any stuff like that. And we'll see you next week. Peace out.